Thanks for watching. And today we're going to be looking at a hymn. And the hymn we're going to look at is When I Survey the Wondrous Cross. Great hymn. It's in the key of C. And I'm going to play through it, and then we'll go back and look at exactly the chord progression, etc. So, When I Survey the Wondrous Cross. When I survey the wondrous cross, on which the Prince of Glory died, my riches gain I count but loss, and pour contempt on all my pride. Okay, let me start with what I'm doing with the right hand, simply arpeggiating the chords, and with the thumb, I'm hitting the first two strings, and then plucking with the index and ring finger. So that's what I'm doing throughout. My suggestion is work on the chord progression once, and then come back and try and add some of the arpeggiation to kind of blend that together. The first part of this is just a C major chord. Now, we're going to a D minor. And so my suggestion for that is kind of look at this. We're playing the C major with our ring finger on the 3rd fret there. I'm going to come back and try and use my index finger on this 2nd string as an anchor to bounce the other two up on the 2nd fret. So we go, when I survey and then jump up to the D minor. That's the 1st fret with the 1st finger, and then the next two, top 2 strings on the 2nd fret. Wondrous, leave your index finger as an anchor, and then split those strings, and that makes a G7, and then back to C major. So that's the first line. The second line, or the second phrase, on which the Prince of Glory died, we have C major, F major, C major, G major. So we're going to go on which the F major, Prince of C major, Glory. Now we just had a G7, and it's similar. We're going to take our index finger and catch on this 2nd fret, the 3rd string, and we're going to split those, and where our finger was getting our ring finger was doing the C chord, we're simply going to move it up a string, and that gives us a G major. And that's Glory died. And then we go back to C, so we simply move this finger down and let go of those. And this is the same chord progression we had for the first phrase. My C major, my riches gains, and then for count, we're going to do D minor, which once again, if you aim for that index finger on the next to the bottom string, then you can simply move the other two 1 fret over and catch the top 2 strings. Count, and then split that string with the index finger, leave the index finger there and split, but lost, back over, slide over to C major. Now, this last line has it's a chord progression for each arpeggiation, but I'm going to show you a way that we can make that not quite as intimidating. And, pour, con. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, like I did with my D minor, I'm going to put my index finger here. Now I simply slide the C over, and we're playing that G7 chord, so we've got that. And then for A minor, I'm going to move my middle finger to the top string and let go of the others. That gives me A minor. And now I'm going to play D minor, which I leave my top finger there as an anchor, grab the next string, and then the index on that next to the bottom string. And then we leave the index finger there, split the 2 strings there, so we get from D minor to G7, and then back to C. So that last line is the hardest part. But like I said, if you kind of look at that as having anchors, it makes it a whole lot easier. So, and pour contempt on all my loss. On all my pride, sorry. So, that's the chord progression. And once again, I suggest, block chords through just to get the chord progression down. Then if you want to go back and add the arpeggiation, just makes it a little bit more of a flowing song. And once again, the entire point is just to praise and worship God. Thanks.